the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day. Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, June 8th goes to a Florida man named John Henry James III. What does your Uncle Shala always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. I'm not going to lie. I heard about what's happening with Buckhead in Atlanta this morning. You know, the whole Buckhead wants to break away from Atlanta thing and be an independent city because of a COVID crime wave. And I said to myself, that sounds very Florida. And I want to apologize to Buckhead this morning for disrespecting y'all in that way. And I want to apologize to Florida for ever thinking anyone could come close to y'all crazy crown. There is just simply nothing like Florida. How can a place so beautiful be filled with so many consciously crazy people? I say consciously crazy because folks in Florida know what they're doing. See, when you live in a place like Florida, okay, you know, when you live there in the midst of all that crazy, it looks normal to you. So the bar for crazy in Florida is high. They just don't know it's a bar, so they are just consciously doing what comes, you know, natural to Floridians, which is be crazy. And John Henry James III is no exception. We've all been in fights before, altercations, and, you know, we all know people. You might even be one of them that are willing to use anything as a weapon. Okay, I mean, let's be real. Most black adults from a certain era are like that. If you're 40 plus like me, then the village that raised you definitely had an assortment of weapons they used to whip your ass. Okay, for me, it was extension cords and switches that I had to pick myself, and the wooden spoon and fork decorations on the kitchen wall, house shoes, whatever was in arm's reach. When it was time for that beating, you was getting it. R.I.P. to Black Rob. Dropping the clues bombs for Black Rob. He spit one of the hardest bars, okay, I've ever heard, when he said it's all about the Benjamins. True, that be the motto. Ran out of ammo and started throwing bottles. That's a resourceful human right there. That's the man just trying to survive. And if I don't have any more bullets, I'm going to start throwing bottles. Well, John Henry James III was just trying to survive, and thought he was being resourceful. He thought he was defending himself, but the people he was defending himself against were the police. Not really defending himself, though. He was running. High-speed chase for about 40 minutes. Thank God he didn't have ammo. But when you hear what his weapon of choice was against the police, you might kind of wish he was at least throwing bottles. Let's go to WFOR CBS 4 Miami for the report, please.
A despicable act this is. Video from the Indian River Sheriff's Office up in Central Florida on the East Coast shows a man on the run from police, but this is no ordinary chase here. Deputies say they tried to pull the man over for a traffic stop and he took off. After a 40-minute chase, he pulled into the parking lot of an apartment complex. It turned out he had a 2-month-old baby in that car. The suspect got out of the car and then threw the baby at the deputy. Amazingly, the deputy caught that baby. Deputies tackled the suspect and say he violently resisted. He's now facing several charges, including 2 for child abuse.
Ran out of ammo and started throwing toddlers. John Henry James III is the first man to throw the baby out with no bathwater. Do you know there's a term called pitch the baby? It is English slang in card playing to encourage a bluffer by placing worthless bets or pitching the baby card. That has nothing to do with anything I'm discussing right now. I just felt like it was a Snapple fact I should share. I got so many questions. Number one, why did he have the baby to begin with? This baby was 2 months old. Whoever procreated with this man should have known he's not the one to leave with a 2-month-old baby. Not only did he go on a wild speed chase with the baby, which shows he doesn't really care about this child's well-being, he proved he didn't care about this child's well-being when he decided to do a play-action pop pass with his own seed. Did you even check to see if the cop was an eligible receiver? See, either this brother snapped or he has a history of some type of behavior that led to this, okay? Throwing a baby as a weapon is very intentional. There is a lot of things to consider before you weaponize an infant. Okay, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, has he watched Incredibles one too many times? Did he expect his baby to burst into flames when the cop caught him like Jack Jack? Why am I trying to make sense of any of this? Okay, it's Florida. We don't know why things happen the way they do in Florida. They just do because it's Florida. Please give John Henry James III the biggest hee-haw. Matter of fact, let Remy Ma give him the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Just when I think Florida can't make me think they're any crazy.
Nope, don't want to play a game today.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.
News.